morning, good morning. Today is the 15th of April, 2024, and this is Wake Up Nigeria on Srtv. Yes, what do? This is the show where we bring you the newspapers, review what the newspapers are talking, what the Nigerian dailies are talking, and we take a look at some of the topical issues that is of importance to us as a people. On today's show, we have a lot packed up, and it's Monday. You know, one day I don't like is normally Monday. That is the day slavery began. Today, a lot is happening across the nation. We've seen a lot from last week, and today is not left out at all. Well, do I start from where? Edo State? A lot is happening in Edo State. Yes, a lot is happening in Edo State. Now, the new governor, for some reason, not the new one, the governor of the state have successfully made a good move to impeach his deputy. He has installed a new one. And today, news is reaching us that there is a demolition going on at the private residence of the deputy governor. And these are some of the images that came to us this morning. And I think it's worth looking at this. And apparently they said it's the gates man. I don't know what the deputy governor must have done wrong. But the thing has been there for some time now. But it's now of all days that we know that this deputy governor has been doing a lot
resident. You can see how petty the governor is. Look at deputy resident.
All right. I'm not surprised. Perhaps the only important thing here is to see the autocratic nature of our state governors. Every time they complain about the federal system, yeah, the federal system is not good for us. But have you been able to manage your state democratically? These are some of the evidence we're seeing now. The state governors are the ones that are living more like lords. They have so much allocation, nobody asks them. They have security votes, nobody asks them. They cannot contribute one thing to the welfare of their people. If I tell you all they do is collect money from Abuja and spend, that's what the state governors have done from day one. But as if that is not bad enough, look at what they're doing. And if in case you miss the news, it's only in states. Nigeria, you can see now, there are some states, some part won by PDP, some are won by the APC. But it's only the state where you see all the local government. I mean, quote me, all the local government, the governor will have it. The governors have all the local government. It's not, oh my, I've never seen a country like Nigeria. And we all put our emphasis on the federal. But take a look at your state. Among your local government chairmen, which party does your governor belongs to? All the local government chairmen belongs to that party. Because that is one of the places where they loot us. The money that is supposed to go to local government goes through the state. So they appoint their state local government chairman. So that the money comes, they don't have to give to them. Who's going to ask them? They are the boss anyway. They control everything. That is the kind of country we call Nigeria. Well, it's going to be a very, very long day for me here. I don't know whether I have my team ready today because I'm not sure whether they are ready to join this broadcast. For some reason, they come in late, and I'm really not happy with that. But I will have to just maybe look beyond that this morning and see whether any of them is in the group. If they come, I will add them. If they don't, I will see how it goes. But yes, as we said before, this is the newspaper review. You guys have been saying a lot, and I really want to take a look at a very important issue. Now, right here, I came on the show on Friday where I was not supposed to be here. And I advised that they should give this producer of the movie that this lady should be given a chance. And because I know what it means to be a producer. And I felt so bad to see a fellow producer going through that kind of difficulties. Let me put it this way. It was so painful, so hard for me to go through that. But at the end of the day, she has her own mistake, yes. But is she the demon? That's a question for another day. Like every employer in the country, we all get away with certain things. Not only movie producers. A movie producer is a typical employer. In my book, we employ people to do a job. We employ actors, we employ directors, we employ crew, pay locations. In the aim, our primary aim is to get a movie done. And You get to do with a lot of cutting costs. We do cut costs. We do cut corners. And these actors and movie production have a lot of ego. People say who they are. I'm a celebrity. I'm that. So a lot of things happen. You have to manage all through this and manage your resources with what you have to get a movie made. I've been there. Not once, not twice, so I know what it takes. So yes, this lady was negligent. There was a negligence on every part. So is every part of Nigeria. Let's take a look at some things that happen, and maybe I should add a little bit of people who are on the group right now. I can see Abuja already here. Let me just add them. Hello, Abuja. How are you doing?
Good morning, sir.
All right. Uh, I hope you guys are ready. You came in prepared. I'm sure. So how is Abuja today?
Abuja is cool. The road is scanty. There's nothing like traffic. Everywhere is actually clear. So I feel like maybe because the children are on holiday, I think that's one of the reasons why we don't have a lot of traffic today here in Abuja.
The children on holiday in Nigeria today.
Yeah.
The Salah, I thought you guys have Salah last week. It's not over yet.
Solar break is over. The reason for the scanty road, the reason for we not having traffic, I don't think it's because of the sun. I was actually thinking is maybe because some people that are traveling are going here back. But on the second thought, truly the students are on holiday right now. This is one of the reasons why we don't have much traffic like compared to before.
No? I used to call Deborah. How are you, Deborah?
Good morning, Daddy Chris.
They
I'm
give
very
you plenty Salah. It's like you didn't give you Salah rice. What happened? You're angry with somebody. Yes,
no,
God
sir.
do. Okay. Anyway, it's Wake Up Nigeria. Welcome to the show. It's a very difficult day around the world. Apparently, that is one news Nigeria may not be concerned. I'm sure Guardian of all newspaper will take a look at that with us today. That the world is torn apart at the moment. Iran, for some reason, revenge. I call it, they send a big message to Israel, big one,
Yes.
throwing a lot of missiles into Israel. Now, luckily, they have been intercepted, so the damages have been minimal. For that reason, we are smiling. If other had descended on Israel, I'm sure Israel would have come back more faster. Not that Israel will forgive, they would have come back more faster, and only God knows where we are. The bottom line is the world it's a difficult time. This is a time Russia is not happy with the rest of the Western region. I'm sure China is not on the same side with them. So if it continues like this, I'm sure a time will come where we will not know where we are as a people. Well, the world is watching. What is Israel going to do? Is Israel going to fight back? What do you think? I know that I don't talk from a Christian point of view. Don't talk about you. This is what is happening in the world. Young ladies, what do you think? I can see Lagos almost ready to join us, but their system is very unstable, so it might be too unprofessional for them to join today. Even the way they're sitting down alone, we cannot be able to add them to the show. So they need to get themselves together. Only one person might join us from Lagos, not all of them. I'll send that message to them. But anyway, there's war. There's war in the Middle East. We've heard that before. And now there is another sort added to the injury. What do you think, Mary?
Okay, about the Israel and the thing is, I think I saw something like the US and the UK. We have to come to play in this. Like they don't have to be kind of nonchalant about your stuff. This is where we need them. You understand? To also take part in the Israel and Iran or something like that. So now I was like, must every other country be involved in whatever clash they're having, whether peace or war, must every other country be involved? Because so far so good. It's not like I'm being biased here. We've been having issues for long in Nigeria for the kidnap and all of that. Nobody has come to our aid, right? So why are we taking the Israel on too personal? Why are we taking it too serious? Like if you ask me.
Hmm. That's a good question, but okay. For some reason, that is the beginning. If you read the Bible, when they say the Garden of Eden, all those things are actually in the Middle East. You understand? That is where it might be right to say that is about where the war began. The young girl is asking, Africa has been having a lot of problems. I remember during the time of the civil war in Nigeria, The 1967 was another war in the Middle East where Nigeria was ignored and all attention was on the Middle East. But today, I don't think that is the issue today because today is a little bit more difficult than that. But let me see the young lady from Edo. She might be the one to join me this morning quicker and better. Edo, Favor, how are you?
I'm fine. Good morning, Daddy Chris.
Morning, morning, morning. Now I hear you talk loud. Good. So, Favor, I was just trying to play with a little thing from your state. So now I'm going to come back to that. Your governor is busy demolishing people's home. Aladi had demolished a lot of homes before. Today, he's demolishing the homes of his deputy. He has successfully impeached the guy. Now he's demolishing him. You want to demolish him from the world? What is going on in your state, young woman?
Well, I wouldn't say it was a demolition from the world. Oh my
What
God.
is
Um,
uh,
so many things are going on in Edo States concerning the government and all of that. Well, it is sad to see that the governor and his deputy are still in a tussle. It is very sad. I find it very sad because when there is no unity in government, then how will they lead the people successfully? What kind of leadership do they want to give the people when there is no unity amongst them? So I find it really sad though.
mm. Anyway, but what all I know is this is the picture that came to us this morning. I shared that video already, where they were demolishing the house of the. He said it's the gate. That's how we reported it on Srtv. That is gate. The gate has been demolished. The question is, this gate has been there for so many years. There was nothing wrong with it. It was existing. Why now? Why is it now that it's the most convenient time to demolish the gate of the deputy governor? That is a question I'm sure this young lady cannot answer, but it's a question I throw it to
Yeah.
Obaseki. As he is oppressing and oppressing, because I have some concern. In Edo State, during the federal government election, there was kind of democracy. Somebody won. Eh? Peter won Edo State, which meaning there was Labour Party
Yeah.
then. But during the local government election, not one, because that one now is left for the governor. The governor has oppressed everybody and delivered it. And they said, oh, no, they did their homework. How come? What kind of homework did you do? That nobody, not even one local government could go to any other party. Come on, man. These are the things we see. And today we can see the tyranny of Obaseki. That is in my book. I see it as the tyranny of Obaseki playing out well and live. We'll see how that plays out. I think Lagos is getting ready to join us. We'll add you, Lagos, if you are not there. You need to unmute your sound, Lagos, if you want to talk with us. So that is one thing that concerns us anyway. We're waiting for Abuja to join. We'll see how it goes. Um, so many things are happening in Lagos. We don't need that. Anyway, what we might do quickly is to take a look at some of the newspapers. Like before we go, young woman, have you heard what is happening in the Middle East? I know you young women are not concerned with that. There's a lot at the moment. There's a bomb thrown at Israel. Israel might likely retaliate. I know this is not a Christian Muslim thing. I know Nigerians. I won't be surprised if Nigeria will go to, oh, hey, this is a Christian. They are attacking us because they are Christian. They are attacking us because they are Muslim. It got nothing to do with that. These are people that have their own tribal war. It has nothing to do with religion. No religion here. I
Yes.
disagree with anybody that say, oh, this is a religious war. It has nothing to do. These are just two sets of people, very stubborn and refuse to listen to one another. And the funniest thing is they are brothers. These are the children of Ishmael. So they are not as if they are far away. I think Ishmael and Isaac. These are the two children of these people. The same parents killing themselves. Every day you must hear how the Israelis kill one, throw bomb. The Israel must not exist. Although we are enemies, we are surrounded by enemies, so we are killing them, and they are killing us. Hey, the people you are killing are your brothers. We don't want to know. Go and resolve your matters at home. Enough of it. And in fact, I don't buy it. I don't agree. I asked Mary now. Mary's only look at it from the African point of view, but I really want us to
But
look
I
at.
believe, Daddy Chris, I believe the
Yeah.
war started like years ago from the Bible. That's where I believe the war started.
No,
And they were,
that would be religion. That would be bringing religion in.
yes,
Because the Bible is written according to somebody. If you read the Bible, then you need to read the Quran version of it. You
yes.
know,
But there
I
are
was
war long.
go on.
I said, but that is where the
Like
war
I'm
started, and it has been from there. So we will always date it back to religion.
So okay, I'm gonna really ask the guests now. Deborah, do you think the war in the Middle East now started far back in the Bible?
So it started far back. In fact, it started right from when both Ishmael and Isaac were born. That was when all these things started. It did not just start today. So we cannot, in fact, as it stands now, you cannot say you want to pinpoint what is really the main issue that is causing all this problem. But I think that was last week. My dad was saying something. He said the thing is the reason why this war is this much is because at some at some point Israelites they were scattered, and now most of them that want to return back to their home. Definitely, if you leave a particular place, the place is not going to remain like that for a very long period of time. People will definitely dominate that area. So now Israelites that are coming back are now pursuing, not trying, they're actually pursuing the people that have dominated their land to get their land back. That is just what is happening. Correct.
That
And
is a
that's why
good
it's causing trouble.
analysis. Yes. So for some reason, the Israelites were around the world. I will remember what happened to them in Germany during the Adolf Hitler. They were killed, and they now return home to their father's land. And of course, you don't come back to a place and you think it will remain as you left it. Now you can't deal with the people who have been there, and this is why your brothers. I don't buy. I agree with her. But it's up to the world at the moment to find that. If the thing is, I'm looking for an expert here because I will be addressing this matter head on. I'm talking to younger generation on this, and what they said, I quite agree. It can be traced back to the Bible, but I can see elements of greed here. I can see elements of intolerance here, elements of lack of brotherliness here. Because if Israel and the Jew if the Jewish and the Arabs or whatever it is now, if they understand that they are brothers and they are saying the same thing and they believe in one God, because the same God that the children of Israel are claiming is the same God that the children of that the Arab people are calling on. So if you are calling on the same God and you are killing yourself, I wonder which God you're really calling on. I'm wondering which God you people are calling on here. And I mean, the West, sometimes I see elements of hypocrisy in what you guys are doing. But hey, who am I to say? All I can do is watch, and the little ones we can say will learn man to it. I'm happy this has nothing to do with Africa right now because we have enough hunger. We have hunger in our land. So it's something, but it affects us because we believe in your religion. In Nigeria, some part of it are Christians, and some part of the country are Muslims. So you have both sides here. Why the southern part of Nigeria are going to be sympathizing with the Israelites, then the northern part we're going to be sympathizing with the Palestinians and the Arabs. And if that happens, you see the Muslim and the divide of my country comes in. And how is that of good to me at the moment? I don't know. You see what I'm saying here, young man? I agree with you that it can be traced back to the Bible. But it's not traced back to the Bible really, because you said it right, Deborah. The children of Israel came back to their homeland. The land is no more as they left it. People were already there. And now they are chasing those people away. They've chased them away anyway. That's the truth. Israel came
Okay,
and they
now I
chased the
want to
people
say
away.
this. Daddy
Huh?
Chris, it's not like I'm being biased or seeing it from the African own context, but the truth is, you know, the emergency meeting that was held on Sunday, I don't know if you're aware, it was held at the United Nations Security. You see that the US warned Iran, right? And that they will be held responsible if attempted further military action against Israel or the US. Now, I want us to see it from this part. Have you ever seen any other African country, you understand, trying to bring aid to Nigerian problems? We have a lot of insecurity issue, and I think it's a kind of becoming a mockery to us from other countries. Like Nigeria is not a safe place to go. Nigeria is dangerous, and all of that. People's lives are not safe. Have you seen maybe the Ghanaian president or the South African president? I'm talking about the other big African countries. They were supposed to like put a voice, you get, against. I know Nigeria is the giants of Africa and all of that. Like, have you ever seen that they held a meeting, you get, to fight the insecurity in Nigeria? Because I know that to some extent our politicians are being selfish and nonchalant about the citizens of the country. Why I'm saying this is, take for instance, Israel, Iran having issues. You see the US want to come to an aid. You see the UK, they want to talk about it. Even though sometimes they said they do this for their own selfish interests, you get. But they actually bring a voice. They actually say, okay, this thing happened, this is what will happen, you get. But in the African own context, let's see it this way. Have you seen people fighting against what is happening in Nigeria? It's just us. And tomorrow, you see that when problems happen in another country, our president wants to go and make peace. Is there peace in Nigeria? They want to go and make peace when our own country are here suffering. That is the aspect that me I'm seeing this from, and that is what me I'm trying to see.
Yeah,
So I don't
I
know
hear you. I feel your pain, Mary. I feel your pain. You know, we have a problem in Nigeria. We're supposed to be the big brother of Africa to the senior brother to the rest of Africa. Unfortunately, we're not doing that. So, and now we are expecting our younger brothers to come and help us. The younger brothers are looking out to us. So, Nigeria should put their things together. You know, Nelson Mandela said it, that the black race will never discover, will never be who they can be until Nigeria discover themselves. And that is the challenge we face. That has made it more concerns me today is what it is in Nigeria. The part of Nigeria, the north, are Muslims. As I'm talking to you now, they sympathize with the Arabs. Those
yeah.
of you who are Christians here, don't go church, go clap overnight yesterday. I know 90% of the pastors will say, hey, Israel has right to defend themselves. So this is the drama we find ourselves. And that is my concern. This thing has nothing to do with us. We are not part of the trouble. The trouble is well stated, like what Deborah said. It's an issue where the Israelites left their home, they are coming back and they chase people from their own land. And that is the battle we are going through. What we need is a two-state solution. The Palestinians have a right to have a state of their own, while Israel lives at peace with them. That is what the world has been saying, and these two people need to sit down and solve that problem. They shouldn't bring it to Africa. And those of you who are Nigerians who think this is your problem, they will come out for the country for us, because we get enough problem at home, like Mary said. We don't see this issue being resolved. I don't know why I'm going to be alone today, but I'm going to take a good look at the newspapers we have in today. And once I have any of my guests here, I'm going to try and actually take a review of the papers. In the absence of anybody, I will be doing most of them myself, but that's a good. I will have a do. Let me have one of these young lady back, so at least they'll run it through the papers with me. Like, today is a difficult day. I was talking about two important things I want to talk about today. I want to take a look at the Israeli crisis. I want to take a look at what happened in Hollywood. I'll look at those states. We use these three as a case study. Yes. Young lady, I can see you are back. Your network is up and down like your governor. They put people, they beat them, they bring them back, they beat them, they bring them back. God, anyway, I'm happy my ladies are back. So let me have them. Let me have them full. Good. Before we read we've gone through some of the headlines. Yes, I think those people need to take a look at their setting. Back to what we're saying, young woman. Let's stay with the Israel and the Palestinians.
Yes, sir.
Favor, I know you are a Christian. Tell me the truth. Are you a Christian?
Well,
Eh?
yes, I am a Christian.
Okay.
Yes, I am a Christian. That is great.
And have you read the Quran?
No, I have not. I have not even seen it for one.
Okay, good. So you have no idea what they are saying.
No, I do not.
Good. I can tell you too that some people in some part of your country in the north have not seen the Bible. They've not read it. So they don't understand you when you talk about Christianity. Hello, you're welcome back, Abuja. I'm asking a very difficult question here. And I guess both of you in Abuja, you guys are Christians, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Mary, you're a Christian. I know you're a Catholic. I've been with you long to know that. Now, the question is, some part of the country, they are Muslims. You do know today that the Arab, the people Israel is pushing out, they are all Arab, they are all Muslims. And we, those of you in the South, are called Christians. So when they are fighting like this, it affects you whether you like it or not, and it's destabilizing us as a people. That's why some part of Nigeria go on pilgrimage to Mecca, some go on pilgrimage to where? Israel. That is the life we live in the country. So Nigeria is deeply affected by this. We can pretend about it, but that's the fact. But if we look at it, not from religious point of view, we can find justice. I asked Favor just now, how many of you have read the Quran?
The truth is, I've seen the Quran because I was born and brought up in the north, but I've not been able to read the Quran. But with the idea I've gotten, I've come to realize that a lot of Muslims they read the Bible. They know a lot of things that is being said in the Bible. That's why they can argue the Bible with you from today to tomorrow. I entered a vehicle one day and the driver was actually arguing the Bible like a Christian. You get, and I think he was actually getting to even win the Christian man inside that vehicle because the man does not know what to say. And he said, "You claim to be a Christian, and you don't even know the Bible, so you cannot even stand to fight me. You cannot even argue with me because I'm telling you what your Bible said." You get. So what I feel is these people they read the Quran and they still go back to get ideas on the Bible. But we Christians, the truth is we just focus on the Bible, and we don't even know the Bible. Not to talk of people understand the Quran, and that's just the truth.
So this is it's a good analysis, but I can tell you that so the Muslims actually have more idea of what the Bible is saying or what the Christians are doing than what
That's
the
just
Christians have. So all you see, oh, the Muslims they are what they are suicide bombers. You understand? That's what they tell you. They are all problem people. They are all, you understand? That is the image because sometimes they can be really aggressive. Some of them can be in that light. So that's the image we have. But my best friend, I remember I was in Slovenia, and I had this friend at the Nigerian embassy. I'm at the news. That is the most trusted person I ever had as a friend. You understand? He was a Muslim. He was a Muslim, and I can tell you, your princess here, she left her car in the hands of an Alhaji on her way to Europe. She didn't leave it with her family. She felt safe keeping the car with that man. The question is why? We're not going to discuss that today. We're not going to discuss the sincerity and the insincerity of the religion. But I just want us to understand that whatever happened today happens to us as a people. But the question is, do we really have an understanding? As we come out to say one or two things about this, do we have understanding of what they are? Do you take your time to understand Islam? Have you taken your time to understand and if I had some Muslims here now, I'll be asking them the same question. If they're taking their time to read the Bible and understand what the Christians are saying, I can tell you, one thing I said, I know probably they throw me stone for this. I said had Jesus Christ and Muhammad met on earth, they would have been friends. Let me repeat that. Had Jesus Christ and Prophet Muhammad met on earth, they would have been friends because they were fighting the same system. The same system that they never wanted the poor to see the light. You see, it was about fighting for the innocent, the downtrodden. If you look at Jesus Christ, when Jesus Christ came, he said, go and preach the gospel to those who are left behind. Prophet Muhammad, because he was preaching the right gospel, they wanted to kill him in Mecca. He had to run away to Medina. So we don't understand this and we just make a judgment. Let them die. I think from people in Lagos, that we must have one or two Muslims there. So unfortunately, they couldn't join the show today. But we're going to come to that on another day. But let's take a look at what happened in Hollywood. And before we quickly go into the newspaper review, let's look at that one. Last time I came, they said I was emotional. And I said to them, oh my God, I'm sure today is a big day.
The network, it is really so bad. I can't even begin to say. I think it is also affecting Abuja.
Yes, it's affecting everywhere. Even Lagos couldn't even join. All right, we will do that. We'll get all this resolved by tomorrow. But say, young woman, let's say you heard what happened in Hollywood, where the producer is now being held responsible for all the things that happen. Of course, she owns the project. She's the manager. She owns the thing, so she's accountable for the whole thing. But
yes,
is she the only one? Is she the one to be really blamed here? In fact, who do you blame in what happened?
Well, I will, right from the actors, everybody. I think everybody shares a blame in this story. I believe that is what I believe,
Good.
because for the actors to not be security conscious by themselves, knowing that if they had protested that no, they were not going to enter, or maybe they were going to board the next day till they. I had the story of one of the actors that survived. He did a live broadcast on TikTok on how he survived. He said when he ran to the police station after crossing, after he was able to survive, some boats were able to rescue him. He said when he got down, when he ran to the police station to tell them that his fellow actors had already drowned, he said the policemen told them that you people have come again, and we have always told you people to come and borrow life jackets from the police station anytime you people are going on set like this, anytime you people are crossing the river. So that, with that said, it's like the life jacket would have been able to
To save
like, it would
life.
have been provided. You understand? It would have been
Yes.
provided. So I blame the actors also for not being security conscious enough. And if you watch the video that Junior Pope was posting while he was on the boat, first of all, you keep. I think that was where, because from the story of the person that survived, he said when they got in, he told everybody to keep their phones in their pocket. Everybody keep your phone. He said, but Junior Pope didn't keep his phone. He started videoing, and the captain of the boat, who was, I think he's even too young to be a captain. He was looking so too young to be a captain at that. So he himself was posing at the video Junior Pope was making. By that now, another boat that was like
That's
a
now.
fisherman boat came in
Yes.
and hit their boat. So I believe that it is a very careless death, and it would have been prevented. Yes, the producer has a fault. I believe the actors also have their fault in it. Everybody has their fault. They have to share the blame for the accident, not just the producer alone.
Thank you, my daughter. And what do you guys think
Okay,
as
I
well,
want to say
Mary? I know
something.
you were very destroyed
I want to say something
when you
about.
heard the
I
story.
want to comment on something. People said. I know you were talking about TC virus. That is the H2O come for. I was saying that Pope was holding his phone. He told them to keep his phone. But I hope you understand that that was the same person ringing bell on that boat, because TC virus was the person ringing bell on the boat, standing on that boat as well. Because even when the boat driver came out to talk, he talked about them even blocking his view. Although when Gina Pope was making the video, I think he was actually vibing to the video. If you watch that
Yeah,
video
he
very
did
well,
that.
I didn't see anybody that was
Yes,
anybody to drop their phone. But if you're talking about TC Virus interview that he granted, that he was talking about telling them to drop his phone, he was ringing the bell, which according to what they said at the Annam
According to the
River
village
is
people.
against their custom and tradition, right?
yes,
So I want
yes.
us to speak
Well,
from
that
that.
is,
Now,
yes.
secondly,
If we
another
look
thing
at, if
that actually spoils everything right now is we believe in a lot of fake news. A lot of fake news was going around the internet from Stanley on top. Stanley on top was actually claiming he knows a lot about what happened. But it was lately that you see a video that came out, you see Destiny Etiko, you see Ekene
yeah,
Ogunwa on that video around the boat. You get of the guy. Are you people
yeah,
hearing me? Of the guy
Yes,
that
we're
was
with you.
talking.
yes, I
Yes,
can
of the
hear
one
you.
that was talking that standing on top should wait. That I think he can create content because standing on top went on Instagram. Like if you watch, he was creating content. He was getting more likes and more views. These were the same person that came out and tell us that Junior Pope is still alive. You get. Meanwhile, we didn't know that he was not even around that place that the incident took place. So the guy that actually came out to tell us now that standing on top was not there. He was only getting information to come and tell us. And according to the reports, Junior Pope did not come out from that water alive. But the news that was going on the net was that he came out alive. Something that happened and they didn't go to rescue for more than 2 hours. He was inside that water for more than 2 hours, right? Another story came up that they gave him a gallon, right,
Yeah.
to hold. I don't know if anybody was with gallon in that boat. The dead cannot talk actually. That he was there trying to help other people. You get what I'm
Wow.
trying to say? So what the guy is saying is
Yes,
trying to bring out the remaining body because not Legion of Hope that died. And when they finish, he'll come
yes,
out.
exactly. And I'm
Instagram
very sure that,
content. And what happened? Now, Daniel Top went to his Instagram page and started deleting all those things he posted. Sure, he said he was the driver. He was the person that drove Gina Pope to the hospital, to the mortuary, to where they did the ritual. Now he's beginning to delete everything. So at the end of the day, we are just being selfish and we are just being wicked as Nigerians. Something happened. The only thing we could do is to start creating content from it. You get, so a lot of things will be
Yes.
said because right now the only thing I see that they are doing wrong is Nollywood people are fighting themselves. Back to back. You get, this one is coming out to fight this. Like recently, the news that came out yesterday, Angela Okorie was blasting Zubi Michael. Why? People are kind of they flood into Zubi Michael's page, complaining that he did not post Gino Pope. You get, but to me, I cannot really conclude because it's not everybody that shows their grief through posting. It's not everybody that posted him that even loves him. We should see from that. So
Exactly.
people are saying that according to her, I want to read according to what she said. They will not born Zubi Michael well to post Junior Pope. You understand? Him and Hollywood knows what's up. You get, because he's always fighting to be the number one or to top every other person. I really don't know the beef within them. But to me, they don't have love for themselves.
They don't, yes, we can say that too.
They don't really
You
know
know,
what they are
you
doing. You get,
you know something. You yes.
why was his clothes torn? If you want to start thinking from that
Yes,
from that
there are
direction,
so many.
his clothes was torn. You get, was he fighting? What really happened? You understand what I'm saying? Now,
Yes.
look, he's coming out as a producer that there was a life jacket. So I really don't know. Is there everybody in the boat that rejected the life jacket? Because CC Mara did not actually come out to say he saw it like a life jacket. But this same guy, before he was alive, was making a video. You understand how scary this thing is? So how can you tell me that people rejected the life jacket if it was provided? So I want us to see it from this part.
Exactly.
Yes.
Anyway, Mary, you know that happened. So many things are now unfolding. I really want to agree. Maybe we should wait for your system to come back. Can you hear us, Mary? Yes, we hope that Mary they'll be able to join us. We needed to hear that.
Yes.
But this yesterday, the news that reached us is that the one of the makeup artists that died, apparently she was buried by the
Yes.
riverside. Now, the governor of her state said, bring the body home. And I assume the body has been exhumed and on their way to must have been buried back home now. And this is another thing, tradition and Nigerian law. It's a thick line here. You cannot say
It's a very thick line.
yeah, it's a thick one, and I won't say it's a thin one. It's a thick one. Mary, we were talking, and it's a very important thing here that so many things are happening. The story of Zubi Michael not posting the thing. It's true that actors they make enemies. They want to be number one. It's a fact. In fact, any industry
But
that
Zubi
happens.
was your Pope's best man during his wedding. You get,
Yes,
Zubi was his
yes.
best man.
According to them, Junior Pope is a boss to Ruby Michael. You understand? This to Zubi. Zubi came like a junior one to this guy. He's been around. You understand? So, and we don't want to go into their story because that's not what led to his death. So why is it not an issue? Two people working in the same industry can have their differences. They can have their fight. I've had fight with my own brothers and my own sister. So what? I don't want to go into all that. You understand? They would have settled at some point.
Well, I don't know why they are focusing on Zubi, although maybe because they are close. But you notice that even
No.
you did not post it. You did not post
Right.
it.
But Zubi, what would have expected? My place, in my place, Mary. We say in my place, there's no, you don't make enemy to death. If you have somebody and something like this happen, it's only natural for you to express how concerned or how painful it is. That is something they were expecting to be Michael to do. You understand? Which he didn't do. And with somebody you said now who was his best man at his wedding, one would expect him to do this now. And if that is not done, it's something that we call, wait, you are in the public domain for a reason. We're going to talk. We're going to
The
talk.
thing is, I actually don't want to judge for the fact that he didn't post to be Michael. But with what Angela Okorie is coming out to say right now, it looks as if there's a kind of disagreement between.
Yeah, I agree. And most of the posting would have been irresponsible, but every other person has posted one way or the other. Some of them are crying. Some of them are expressing grief. In fact, I listened to the producer and I was in pain myself. You understand? Because I could see where the lady is coming from. You understand? In fact, all she can ask is, why me? That girl
That
is
is not the
destroyed.
well, because she was the victim. You get, it was
Yes.
because it happened on her own side.
Yes, you can see her visibly destroyed.
You know, Kadiri has been posting for YouTube. Her content has been for YouTube, right? She came out and said this thing is something that all producers, you understand, needs to learn from. That they've always done this. It's just that it happened during Adama Luke's own time, right? Because now the president of HA, which is Emeka Rulers, actually came out to talk about banning the movie, and no actress or actor should be seen shooting for Adama Luke's production, right? And now somebody came out yesterday to blast the AGM president. Now, why is
Well,
he siding
that's
Adama?
stupidity now. That's stupidity.
That banning her music,
Emeka
that
AGM
banning her
position
music is
is
not enough.
rubbish.
That she's supposed to be arrested. You get
Yes.
that Maluk is supposed to be arrested according to what they said.
That
They've been
Adama should
shooting
be
a lot of.
arrested.
But
So,
to me,
okay.
Nigerians don't learn. They don't learn.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't know if
Arrest him for what? What are you arresting him for? That's the question.
no,
I
to
know.
arrest, they said to arrest her for questioning because people believe that something happened in that scene. Something happened that
Apart
led to
from
that.
him,
Yes, that the stories are not just being cleared. That the
not
stories,
complete.
yes, there are a lot of lies and all of that. Me, I don't know if the movie was shot in the big sea, why they had to enter through the big sea. But if we are to learn from the whites, they shoot. You see them shooting movies. You with a view, you see big seas, right? But most time they shoot in a swimming pool and they make it look like a big sea. Merryman, I don't know. There was a part where Ramsey Noah, right? They were fighting in the
Yes,
water. You know that thing was a swimming pool. That thing was a swimming pool. So me, I don't really know why they have to go through the big sea. It has happened though, but many producers, you understand, are victim of this. It's just that it
But
happens.
Mary, yes. And I want to read Benson. Benson Saturday is saying that it is a total negligence on the part of the producer, even though they all must share in the blame. And I agree. Negligence on the part of the producer, I agree. But to the extent of banning for AGN to ban her, the question is who has not been a victim of this? Let me tell you a little bit about Nollywood. If Nollywood didn't cut corners, we wouldn't be where we were. There would have been no Nollywood. Let me put it that way. The only thing that happened in Hollywood that made them to create an industry for us is their ability to cut corners. If you don't have this camera, use this one. In those days, we only make movies with 35 millimeters. You guys have never seen that camera in your life. You understand? Probably you guys will not even see it. That is the real cinema camera. You understand? And we call it rushes. The way it was so cumbersome, the way they make movies. But then when the video came, people begin to learn, Nollywood came out and begin to adapt to what we have. And things like that. When a scene is said to be shot in the river, you don't have money to do this, you adjust. Adjusting is adjusting and adjusting. That is what brought us to where we were. It is a pity that this happened, but I am so pained today that the good work of these producers has been neglected. And so say producers are guilty, or this is one of the producers. If you say she is guilty, all the producers in Nigeria are guilty of this. I'm quoting me. Oh, they all cut corners. Mary, look at what happened. In the UK, if you do, even me, I learned to do security work. What they will teach you, are you a first aider? You know what is first aid? When they brought the guy out, I saw the picture when they brought him from when they just brought him in the boat that brought him to the
Yes.
shore. You know, what a first aider would have done was to press, there's a way we press it. You press the shell to bring the water out. That's what
Yes.
first aiders will do. You understand? But there was no single first aider on that set, in that place. So we lacked knowledge. And what they were doing, they were gathering the man, even no fresh air. So yes, you could have been in the water for even 4 hours. You can still
But
be
I
safe.
agree. I agree. Sorry
Yeah.
to talk to you. Don't you think before this will becoming a producer, they need to learn the art of producing. You get they need to understand what being a producer is because Ugezu came out and said something on his Instagram feed and people were blasting him. But look at what is happening right now. He said everybody in Hollywood wants to be producing their own movies. Now we have least numbers of actors because if you just shoot one movie, you want to start producing your own movie. And what he's trying to say is most of them don't understand, you understand, what producing movie is all about. You just want to have their own. If you go there, you see this one TV, everybody producing movie for YouTube. But to
But
me, I
Mary,
feel
that's
that
a good. But Mary, that is good though. That is good. Listen, even in Hollywood, in America, the biggest film industry, they still make some shit movies. You see some people shooting their own, cutting corners. We have the big ones, like you have the cinema now, but they have people see cutting. In fact, this is what made the industry what it is. Everybody cannot have the same budget. Mary, it's about making a movie. It's about how much you have. Okay, You are blaming the producer. If I want to make a movie, it's not what I have I will use. Will I go and steal? It's up to the actor
That
to say I will act or not. Yeah, go on.
Daddy Chris, I believe what Mary is saying is it's not that you cannot produce your own movie. You are free to produce your movie. But at least have an idea. What does it cost for me to produce a movie? Who are the people that I have to work with in order to produce this movie? So
My
that
daughter,
how would this
there is
come
no
out?
cost. There's no okay. It's like asking telling Nigerian producer to go and ask an American producer how much it costs to make a movie. Listen, the money you guys need to
I
make a
know
movie
that
in
you're a
Nigeria.
filmmaker. I know that you're a filmmaker. In as much as you try to side your fellow producer, I understand. But
No,
let me
I'm
ask you a
not.
question.
I'm not.
If you're the one that's
Mary,
producing a movie, I feel like
Mary, the
if you
money we
have
used to
money,
make,
you get to
Mary,
do the welfare of people. No, my pain is Adamalu, you get she's the producer of this movie, right? But was it at any point did she try to know if this people were with a life jacket? I know that anything can happen, nobody in the movie is this, which is right. But as the producer of the movie, I believe if anything happens to the people on set, you'll be held responsible, which is why her name is actually everywhere right now. But to some extent, was she able to, you get, show that care or to be able to know that these people they were with a life jacket? You know that these people were so
What?
crowded in that boat. They were too much. How many people are supposed to be in a boat? That boat was too crowded. I can understand that maybe as a result of financial issue and all of that, they have to pack everybody, pack up everybody like one boat. You
The
get
makeup
that's what I'm trying to
artists and
say.
so many other
That's what
things.
we're trying to say. If you want to shoot a movie, that's what I like with Skaliri. I said that thing before this thing even happened. With Skaliri does not spend too much in movie. You see, people were complaining because she have been using just one house for her movie.
Yeah,
The movie is selling.
that is
The same house she used for Better Half, she used it for another movie. And the movie is selling. You don't need to do too much. You can actually not spend too much and you produce a good movie. Because
but
right
you're
now she wants
criticizing people. Are people not criticizing her?
What we will never,
budget. And
what
now, right
we, the thing is,
check if they're a life jacket or not. Let's be sincere. Let's look it from this aspect too. You won't shoot something that is beyond your budget. You cannot go for something that is beyond your budget. People's lives are at stake. That's just it.
But Mary, I hear what you guys are saying, and this guy wanted to have Princess on set. Unfortunately, Princess is not here today, but we'll do what we
but
can before
the thing
Princess
is,
converts. Favor, I want us to take a look at this.
yes,
If we blame a Nigerian producer, the money you guys use to make a film, I have the international experience, all right? I've been in Nigeria and I've been here. The money they use to
yes,
make a film in Nigeria will not be our cup of tea, what we used to make coffee in the UK. The entire budget you have there will be what we
yes.
use for coffee. That's what we spend, coffee money. It's what you guys use to make a movie. So are you saying that you compare with us? No. Movie is made
No.
according to
You
the
know, there is
producer's
even
budget.
there,
Go on,
yeah.
daughter.
There's a statement that Junior Pope made in his video. He said, "This is the price we pay to entertain you people."
Yes.
That was a
Yeah,
statement he
I
made
heard
in
that
his
loud.
video.
And yes, because
Yes,
they do make a lot, they take a lot of risk. And in anything,
exactly. Even
let me,
the producers, they take a lot of risk. The actors, they take a lot of risk.
no, when it
Because
comes to the
I have
producers,
said that
they are
if,
you know what?
for
Somebody
example,
came
if
here and
after
he said,
acting this,
let me say this.
that
Somebody
is,
said that the
yes,
Nigerian producers are the most endangered species on the face of the earth. That's what the producer said. He said they are the most endangered species in the state of the earth. You know what? You go and borrow money to make a movie. You're not sure you're not going to get that money back. You will sell your house for the cost of that movie. That's what the producers
yes,
go through. Do you ask them how they get the money? They are just ambitious people, yes, but they may not have been overtrained. Do you get trained? Any business you do, a producer is someone that starts a business. So, how many business you do that fails? How many business in Nigeria has failed? Anybody that starts a business, your business can fail. That's who a producer is. So a producer may make a movie and
yes,
fail, and the money he spent or he or she spent cannot come back. So that is how. So it pains me when I understand that people cannot see the plight of a producer in this case. The woman want to make a movie. This is the budget she has, and she begged her people, let's do it with what I have. It might not be right, it might be wrong. If the government were doing their own thing, things would have been easier. Again, this regulation would have all been in place for the AGN to come out and say we banned that woman from making a movie is absolute rubbish in my book. You understand? Because it was the people, it's the effort of people like this woman that made Nollywood what it is. And you know what? The funniest thing is we don't know them. You don't even know the
that's true.
producers.
And if everybody sits down and say they will, every producer folds their hands and say they will not produce movies anymore, then what
There will be no
what
Nollywood.
will come of the actors?
Nothing.
You see,
They
they
know
need
that's
each
why
other.
every actor now, most of them don't want to produce. Oh, I have
Yeah,
interviewed
they
them
need
couple
each
because
other.
they know
There's a
the risk
balance.
is
That's
there.
why, yes, there's
The
a
risk,
balance. They both need each other. That's why I will not fail to blame the producer, but I will not allow her take all the blame. Everybody has a
yes.
part in it.
In fact,
For
I
Junior Pope, no,
want to blame the
even
Nigerian system. You know what I blame? I blame the Nigerian employers, the government employee system. You understand? It's not only there. Even on Srtv, there are some conditions you guys are going through that I cannot try in the UK. Let's be sincere now. The condition that you guys work. In fact, if I employ somebody like you in the UK and I pay the salary I'm paying you now, I'll go to jail. Okay, but this is UK, that is Nigeria. Nigeria is still crying to pay people 30,000 naira. 30,000 naira is the minimum wage in Nigeria, which is a crime against humanity. Did you sue the Nigerian government for that? Have you people put Nigerian government down and trash them? Nigerian government will employ you, don't even have life insurance. Do you people have life insurance in your place of work?
Just say
Even
Nigerian government.
ministries,
I
they
know
don't have
at the end of
insurance.
the
But
day,
now you are blaming an ordinary producer. When you don't
at
have
the end
insurance
of
in your
the day,
place of work in Nigeria, Nigerian government, you don't have insurance. Now they blame us, producer. When your government not provide even insurance, pension, and all they see, the thing they vex me.
because at the end of the day, we just hype the whole government sector, the whole lot. You get the truth is, many private sector pays higher than the government sector. That's just the truth.
Most of them.
I think I
Let
was
us
coming to
take
the office the other day and I
young
overheard
women. Young women,
you know this
I said we're going to look at
conversation.
3 things. So we spent 2 hours already, or
You know,
1 hour or 2. Let us look at Edo State government a little bit before we go. Una they see the waiting Obaseki do. I don't accuse this woman before. Una went there for Abuja. Obaseki, they go destroy the house of his deputy. This house has been there before they became governor. They've served
they will
almost
still
8 years. There was nothing wrong with it. It is
as long
today.
as it's politicians. I don't bother myself, they will still settle.
No, they will not
Yes.
settle. These are life
The only thing
enemy.
I say
For
for
you to
people
come
is
destroy my house, he deprived that man from being a governor. That one not rich. He move him from deputy governor. He not rich. You they go destroy his house. That's not life enemy now. You understand? But what I'm saying is that Obaseki is doing it because he has the power now. Okay, in few days time you'll be out of office. Where will you be? Power is
if
transcended. They
because
go.
they have the power. So why is Wike fighting Fubara in Port Harcourt? Where is the FCC minister here in Abuja?
Oh, don't worry. We can now know his time is as a lapse in rivers. They are not telling him go to hell. He cannot control rivers like that anymore. You understand? He knows. By the time they're not all those guys now, those people, you know, Wike is the one that helped some of them became House of Assembly members. So you can push them to work for you and work against the governor. A time will reach, those guys will say, okay, go to hell. That's how it has always been. Oh, listen, Ibori made Okowa our governor. At the end of the day, Okowa tell Ibori go to hell. So the time will come. But what is really shameful is for me, as a citizen of Edo State, or as a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the man has been working with you for 7 years. You don't see anything wrong with him. Now he wants to be governor. You don't want him to be governor. You find out every single thing he has done wrong. Now you are destroying his house. Let's take a look at some of the newspapers, so that we don't stay without at least looking at the paper headlines today. Where do we start from?
Start with the Punch as usual.
Let's
Punch
go.
is, the big headline says recapitalization rates. Top banks target $3 billion funds in foreign capital market. And the writer says Access, GTCO, UBA, FBN, Zenith may issue approval. Lenders, shareholders approval, rights issue. Banking stock sell off at 633 billion naira equity market close. Tires, 2 banks, M&A, likely. This coming from a Fitch analyst, and you can find the story on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. And here we have a story at the top that says Labour asks federal government on new minimum wage May 1st. And you can find the story on page 19.
Mary, we are struggling to hear you.
Okay, should I take the big headline again?
No, I think we are good with that. Just make it. Just give us volume now. Moving forward.
Okay, I see there's a story at the top that says Labour asks federal government to unveil new minimum wage May 1st. And you can find that story on page 19 of the Punch newspaper. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, can.
The story that says 720 billion naira lost to lower crude production in 2 months. And this is coming from reports, and that story is on page 33 of the Punch newspaper. And we have a story that says humanitarian ministry EFCC recovers fresh $445,000 and 3 billion naira. And you can find the story on page 19 of the Punch newspaper. And here there's a story that says, "Let's free Chibok girls reunite with families. Community tells government." And you can find that story on page 3 and 42 of the Punch newspaper. And there's a story that says that Yoruba nation security beefed up in southwest government houses. And you can find that story on page 42 of the Punch newspaper. And there's a story that says no lifestyle treatment for Bobrisky. This is coming from no 5-star treatment for Bobrisky. This is coming from NSC officials. You can find that story on page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. And there's a story that says Iran and Israel, Nigeria, G7 urge ceasefire, world leaders condemn attack. And that story is on page 19 of the Punch newspaper. And these are all the stories we have this morning on the Punch. Okay, I think that
Let's start with labor. Let's start with labor.
There's one story I want to talk about. Sari Pike, federal government begs workers at electricity union insist on strike. And that's the last story on page 33 of the Punch newspaper.
Okay. All right, but the most important one, let's start with the number one. Because we're just talking about an employer-workers relationship in Nigeria.
Yes. Yes.
And now let's see the federal government of your country still fighting to pay 30,000 naira minimum wage. Now, on the global, on a national level, on an international level, that will be slavery. Let's quote me correctly. If Nigeria cannot pay, is still insisting on 30,000 naira minimum wage in the world context, that will be slave trade. You cannot pay somebody 30,000 naira in Nigeria. Hey, what can you do with 30,000 naira?
Just like I said, a lot of private sector pays higher than the government sector.
Yes.
For years, they'll tell you work for 35 years.
Because you sign a contract.
The pension. Somebody was saying this thing at the Berkete, right? He was complaining that they removed 5 years from his years when he was paying the pension. And they were not supposed to pay him 2 million naira. It was 2 million naira they were paying him.
And here you people have been talking about this young lady producer that employ people, that you want to kill her. Look at what she has done wrong. Your government is paying you 30,000 naira a month. You not see that one. You not go fight government.
I see that the government sector is high. They are not paying much. They are not paying much. That's just the truth.
Yes. Yes, gone are those days. Gone are those days when we used to say white collar jobs were big of a deal. Gone are those days. It's no longer.
This is not about paying well. This is slave trade. What Nigerian government is doing is slave trade. Even the slave masters paid them more than them. Slave masters were paying us better than Nigerian government paying us today. It's no joke. And meanwhile, this is the irony of it. The same government that cannot pay you that amount of money, they can pay themselves. Do you know how much the Senate president gets home? You know the salary of you know how much is the security vote of your governor? My own is 2.something billion. A country that cannot pay 30,000 naira. The deputy governor will tell you, oh, we don't have enough money to pay, but your security vote is how much? What kind of people is this? And you people are not fighting them. You are fighting a poor producer. Nigeria, listen. I'm so angry that we can fight a poor lady who took a risk to make a movie. She did something wrong, yes. But you people are not fighting your government who is enslaving you. I said on the international scale, 30,000 naira will amount to slave trade. Slavery. There's nowhere in the world where people still pay that amount of money. And Nigerian government, Labour is, I don't know what Labour is going to say, tell government. What kind of discussion would they have? Eh? Government is not me and you. We know be government, and then Tinubu, now your state governors, and they be government. When we say, somebody's asking us here, who is the government? Who is the government? Who is the government? We know our state governors. Their security vote is enough to change our lives. Quote me anywhere. The amount of money the government of your country pay as security vote to the 36 governors plus the FCT is enough to change your life. The same government is telling you they cannot pay you 30,000 naira. I know now. Then I'll get mad to cost poor guy when they go take risk. Create an industry for us. That the government of Nigeria created an industry. Have your government been able to create an industry which these poor women did, these poor producers did for us?
Not just poor producers. That increase, I'm trying to get something here. Are you kind of trying to side this lady? As a producer,
I'm sympathizing with her. And in fact, when I listened to her, I was almost shedding tears. I'm the old man, I don't shed tears. I almost cried when I listened to this lady.
Funny enough, Nigerians do not believe in that tears. They didn't believe in whatever she was saying there. Because
why would you believe? How many of you were able to challenge your government? This is the amount of money they are being paid. You don't ask government that question, you ask again. You see the irony of Nigeria. Somebody they eat your money for backyard, you know, ask her. Now the one when the person
that caused the death of those members. That was it the government that caused the death of those members? Was it the government that said the producer don't provide life jackets for your cast? Let's see this thing at the other aspect. It's not everything that will say the government.
What are you saying? If the government of Nigeria can pay you as a slave, if the government of Nigeria can treat you as a slave, and a producer that cannot produce a life jacket is the one you are blaming, whether your government is treating you as a slave.
It has to do with people's life, for crying out loud. Because they cannot come out to work for you. Okay, you talk about slave, at least the government, we are still alive, right? But some people came to work and they died during work. Is that how life is supposed to be?
No,
because I feel like
have you seen your place?
Daddy Chris.
Have you been to the ministry? Yes, daughter. Have you been to Nigerian ministry? Do you see the condition of service? Some of them don't even have AC. Some of the offices, in fact, literally, if you get to some of the offices, I was at the federal ministry, the secretariat, you will be thanking God if you don't get poison for eating there.
Daddy Chris, I do not. Yeah, I do not fail to understand where you are talking from, where your pain and your anger is coming from. I do not fail to understand. You know, I try to not be on the side of anybody, just be in the middle and weigh both options, look at both sides. If it were like this, then this would have happened. If it were like this, then this would have happened. Like I have said before, it was a careless death and it would have been prevented. I believe that there are priorities. Let's say the producer had prioritized these people's lives. Like the life jacket is the first thing, like it comes first. The lives of these people come first. Like it comes first.
But what I'm talking about the blame. I'm not disputing that too. I'm not saying that the producers, what they did there was right too. But I'm saying this is a way. Let us imagine, even if you blame the producer, there's a bigger authority doing bigger things, bigger damages than the producers. Because what I'm saying,
let's face the producer so that other producers will learn, sir.
Okay, what are you facing? Mary, when are we going to face the government so that the next government will learn? Mary, yes. So Mary, when are we going to face the government so the next government will learn?
Basic essence of safety, right? But the producer, most of they focus on the script. On the script, have you read the script? The script is what they pay more interest in. What about the lives of these people? Because if this thing did not happen, people will not learn from it. They take higher compared to this one. This thing don't actually happen. That is trending right now. So we need to fight for it. The producer at the end of the movie, when the money comes out, when they make money from that movie, it's not the producer that will get the money. So it's supposed to be blamed for crying out loud.
Okay, you know what you say? Nigerian police that serve your country, do you ask how much is paid? You don't. Let me talk now. To me, you don't talk. I want to ask you now. How many times will you face government tell us say this is what we're supposed to do? We're not the policemen. Somebody wearing Nigerian uniform. If you see their shoes, the amount of hunger you see in their face alone, you know, and this man carry gun. In fact, the way we treat people.
For instance, every day we come here to talk about the government, right? To complain about the government. Has anything changed? Nothing has changed. You know the number of times they throw the government on the media.
So do you
They
want
throw
to
them a
do?
lot.
Oh,
About what they do.
is it the producer that is going to
Nobody
change?
has gone to pick Adamalu. Nobody
Mary,
has gone to ask to pick her up. But
Mary,
it's the
is
same
it
way
the
they throw
government
the
that is going
government
to
on the
change?
media. How they throw her on the media as well. But we cannot, let's call a spade a spade. The same way they throw the government on the media, that's the same way they are throwing Adamalu. Nobody went to ask to pick her up. You get, it's the same thing, so that people can learn from it. Because you can't tell me that people's lives were lost. Let's take for instance, Pope has kids, you get, that we're actually looking up to seeing their father. And you know that your father went for work, yes, for a walk, and couldn't come back. Let's see the pain if this is actually happening to us. And you can't tell me that we will not blame Adamalu. She chose that part, you get. And
Oh my God! No, these people are getting something wrong. Who is not blaming her? Mary, you don't. You are judging. You are saying this.
I stand that you are siding her from this part.
Hey,
The producer for crying out loud, you are siding her, so I will keep blaming her. I have to keep
no,
blaming her because the way
no,
that because you say they are not
I did not sign out. This young guy said,
the
no,
person
no,
who came
Mary,
online to tell you that he does not check anything online because he knows that people are insulting him. The next thing people said is that he does not even try to go online because it has been his name maybe on the mood, people condemning him and all of that. He does not go online.
He doesn't want to
so
see
he knows that people are condemning. It's just on social media that they do all these things. Nobody goes to her house. Nobody went to her house to do anything. That's just the truth.
Mary, the question is, how much have you been able to accuse your government? That is the only question I have. The same government that is not your money. That is this guy's money. It's our own money. But the government money is your own. How many times have you people been able to ask the government?
Was that then when you listen to TC Virus interview, you know, was that really money in the movie?
And why am I talking about that one? I'm talking about general.
And you are underpaid. Shoot a movie. So if you know that you don't have the finance to do a particular thing, you cut your coat according to your size. Yeah, I'll keep on saying it. Let's call a spade a spade. You don't risk people's lives because you want to produce movie. This is selfishness for crying out loud, that Chris. What is she trying to say? If she has enough funds, these people will not suffer like this and die. That is just the truth.
That is somebody accused me live here. Say the fact that the Chris sees nothing wrong in what the producer did is worrisome. Even though others share the blame, someone must be accountable. Who is wrong? Who is wrong, please? No, but this is Mary. Now you are getting it wrong, and this guy is getting me wrong. I'm not saying. No, you're not listening. Let me show you.
We are facing the producer of the government. Is it the government that gives them? Who owns the movie? It is Adamalu that owns the movie, not the government, for crying out loud. So let's be coming out of this and focus on what is focusing on us, which is Pope's days and other people. They are all important. Their lives are important. We don't tell us what to go to a sea. As you are a filmmaker, right? You tell me, Mary.
I'm not talking about filmmaking anymore.
We went to without giving me a life jacket. Telling me maybe you don't have enough. They were under, how much did they pay them for the movie? Is it government that said they should pay them that low price? Let's see from this part. She was wrong. If she was right, the Asian president will not come out and say what he said. People should not shoot her for now. It's not saying that he condemned her or he banned her from. She's not banned from Hollywood. What I saw is suspended. Suspended, which means people need to take that time, think, and let's get this thing right. Let's do this thing right. Everybody wants to be a movie producer. They don't know the basis of producing movies and which is wrong that it is.
I'm done. But until you people understand what I'm saying, I will not argue this any further. Because I asked a question. No, wait, can we listen now? The question is, we read a newspaper, Punch. Do you understand that? And the Punch is saying that the labor is finding it difficult to find the government to ask for minimum wage. That is where my argument comes from. It's not from this. It's not from the contest. Put things on the global context. I said there is slave trade in Nigeria. Does that bother you, Mary? Do you understand what is slave trade?
Sir, let me.
No, I'm not talking. No, I'm not talking about. Forget about this. Do you understand what is slave trade?
We tackle differently. We are talking about Nollywood. Nollywood makes the money.
No, we are reading newspaper, Mary. We read a newspaper here. Do you understand this? We read a paper, and the paper is, look at this. He said, Labour ask federal government. Are we there or we are on another page? They ask the federal government. I thought that is what I read. And that is what I brought the issue to. And it has nothing to do with and then I only relate it to saying that even if the government can treat us like this, then how can we be blaming the girl? That's my contest. It doesn't mean that what she did is right. You understand? It doesn't mean what she did is right. But I'm saying there is a slave trade practice in Nigeria. And I even made instance to you. Yesterday, I asked Blessing on the show. I asked her, you go to a place and they tell you to go and touch electricity. When you are not trained to touch it, were you supposed to do so? Why are you doing it? Why don't you say, no, I will not do this, the employer should come? You made it, their job you do at that office that you are not trained to do. It's not your job. Why don't you say you will not do it? Don't you have a right to say no? Anyway, we'll come to that another day. Let's go on with the newspaper review. It's quite long one.
And if you
Like
don't Nigeria, even though you know what is happening in Nigeria, you're not in Nigeria. Yes, you blame the government for what they are doing. But you know that even we as Nigerians, we also have our own problems. Yeah, they said dollar was high and that was why things were expensive, right? Later on, our money began to appreciate. But you know that the price of things are not. So even we as the people, we are still the problem of ourselves. We want to take advantage of every opportunity. And because we know it's always easy to call on the government. Okay, we don't have price control policy. Is that the issue? Let me know why things are still the same price, even when our naira has appreciated. Let's know. So let's see from this part. The government is doing us bad, yes. They're actually hurting us with their actions. But we as a people, we're also taking advantage of this opportunity to still offend ourselves, to still hurt ourselves, just for our own selfish interest. And that's just the government.
Anyway, what I want to teach you guys is this, and this is important. Please listen to this. I obey the law in the UK not because I want to. You know, if I don't obey the law, you know what will happen to me? I'll go to jail. So it's not because I'm a very good man. That's why I obey the law here. Because I know if I don't, I'll go to jail. But when I get to Nigeria, I break some of the laws because if I break it, I get away with it. Quote me. And I said I will not sit on my steering if I don't have my license with me. But I do it in Nigeria. Why? Because you can get away with it. The only reason there is no law and order in Nigeria is because you people don't enforce the law. And who is responsible for that? Government, Mary. If there's a price control and it is not followed, it is the duty of the government to make sure it is in place. It's not my duty, Mary. That's why we have a government. Now, people kidnap today in Nigeria. It's not my duty to protect kidnapping. It's the government job. That there's no food in the land. It's not my duty. It's the government job. So it is not easy to say, when we say government, we're not talking about Tinubu. I started this stance today. Look at the governor of Edo State. Look at the abuse of power. Who should I blame? Oh, there's no money in Nigeria. A governor, you don't know, you are too young. Your governor is getting 2.something billion on security vote. People cannot get 30,000 naira. You say the government is not to be blamed? No, blame me. Blame Madam Awa. Where's her name? The poor girl. She's the one responsible for your problem. In fact, I will not. I will not try to make a movie here. Listen to me. Listen to me. Very listen.
That movie,
I cannot do that in the UK because the government will not allow me to do it. I will not bring people to come and shoot in my studio here without health and safety. The law does not allow me to do so. I will go to jail. So it will not happen in the UK. So when they say government, I mean government. I know it's a different system, so I cannot understand, you guys cannot understand where I'm coming from. I cannot employ people in this country and pay them below the minimum wage. I will go to jail. The money I pay you in Nigeria, I can't pay people here. I will go to jail. So, anyway, I pay more than the Nigerian wages, so you can't blame me in Nigeria. But what I'm saying is it not true? I pay you guys more than minimum wage. Yes, now.
You say we should not find any fault in the day. They understand. Now,
no, not the lady. Oh, no. Find fault in your government. I'm saying find fault in your government.
And if you start hearing me, the action has been taken by the AGM president, Dr. Emeka Relax. Now, let me ask you, are you trying to say he's wrong with whatever he said? Yes. Whatever policy is trying to implement and all of that. Are you trying to say he's wrong with the current incident that has happened? Or you should actually leave this because our government is bad. So we should just cover what
AGM president did is primitive. This is what I expected him to do. To react, yes, is to say the question I will ask AGN is, what have they done to make sure producers abide by the laws? Are you saying there was no law?
Yeah.
What have they been doing to care for the welfare of the actors? Because we have BEP2. They are in charge of, we have another organization responsible for the crew. You understand? And if you try them, they work out on your set in group, and you will still pay.
Yeah.
They'll take it to court. So that is what the group
Yes,
agent is
that's
supposed to
what you
have.
have said.
The power. Is it to come out when somebody
Yes,
is dead and
that
say,
is
oh, this is what you must do?
Yeah, that Chris, what you have said, it has brought me to a thought. Yes, if there were people, though we will not say what happened was called for and all of that, if these agencies were put in place by the government to actually checkmate these producers, anywhere any movie is going on, you go there and you observe if everything is put in place. I think that is where the blame for the government will come in. Yeah, this is the point where I would blame the government. You have just drawn my attention to that. If this checkmates were put in place, then I don't think that so many accidents will happen on set and all of that. Yes, that is what I believe. That is what I think. That is where the blame of the government will come in.
That's the truth. I buy
Yes.
that idea, but you cannot actually know where all movie production is taking place. Some people shoot just inside their
house.
rooms, inside their indoor shoots. You can shoot everything inside the house and you will not know, which is the truth. But the thing is, if we are blaming the government, if we are blaming the president and all of that, yeah, I feel like our major problems are from the governors. Let's see from this part that our governors also are not playing the vital role they're supposed to play in all the states. And that's where the problems are coming from, because they feel like at the end of the day,
Yeah.
we tend to blame the federal government. The governors also need a huge role to play in the life of the people. of
Yeah,
the
they
state.
play a huge role also.
So we are on the same
A
page
very
now.
huge role.
So thank
Yeah,
God we are on the same
now
page
we
now.
get where Daddy Chris is coming from.
Now
It's
we're
not
on the
actually
same
Daddy
page.
Chris is not actually saying the producer is not at fault or anything. This is just what he wanted to make known, that these people, they put themselves out there, they put their lives at risk, put everything at risk to entertain us, to help grow the industry. So at the end of the day, there will always be casualties, accidents that are uncalled for. But at the end of the day, when these things happen, they should not take the fall alone. If only the dead could speak, that is just it. We now, what I will always say is that what I've been saying since this death happened is that my heart goes for the families of these people that saw their son, that saw their children die, resurrect, and die again on the social media. That is what I will
They
say.
did not die
That's
two
it.
times.
That's
You know,
So
people come from that water alive. They did not die two times.
exact. So it is what we had on social media.
Mary,
You know, people was brought
Mary.
from that water dead for like 2 hours. TC virus, you were saved, right?
It was even
Yes,
over.
you know that
That
yes,
is it.
TC virus came out alive. But before these people could go and check, you know,
The
for
real story.
more than 2 hours, it did not come out from the water alive. That is just the truth. Because the next time
Yeah,
you
the
that
real
carry
story.
this
The thing is now. The thing now is
Mary,
that
we are
the real
talking like
story,
a
we
normal
will
woman
never
now.
know which story is
Mary,
correct.
Mary, we
We
follow
cannot
the
know which
story.
story is correct.
Sometimes
go
you
around.
listen to other people, Mary.
Yeah,
Do you listen? Because what we saw is what is different from what you're telling us. I watched it when they brought him,
yeah.
and we know that at that moment you don't die once. What guy said is the news came, he was dead, and then there was another news say he's alive, and another news say he's dead, and we saw
Yes.
the drama of how they proved that to us. Even the maker, your president, you are defending now, said it. He first went to channels and said he's dead. Later he said, oh, he's alive, and now he's dead. Let's not go into that. Like what he said
I
is
saw it
correct.
that since Anambra State Police, they are trying to carry out investigation. I hope that this investigation will bring out positive news. Let's get to know the truth about
The root of all
about
this.
these whole issues that is going
Yes.
on. Thorough investigation.
Let's just get to hear from them.
That's just the truth.
All right.
Yeah.
We
But
hope
now
that-
we understand. What I was only trying to say is that now we understand what point of view Daddy Chris is trying to bring out. We understand. It is not that he's sentimental about the whole death and all of that.
And that
just
is
trying
what
to
they
bring
saw.
that across.
See, because I'm a producer. No, it has nothing to do with producing. It has nothing to do with me being a producer. If all I want you to know
Yeah.
is the economy, there are only three sectors that is successful in Nigeria. Three. Today, movie, music, fashion. None of these three sectors have something to do with the government. There is even no place where they teach you. Let me finish, Mary. Some market woman talk. There's nowhere here. Nowhere you study movies in Nigeria. Nowhere you study music. Nowhere. And in fact, that's why these kids are successful. People spend their money, Mary, to create it. And a lot of risks are going to be taken. We cut corners to create Nollywood.
You can study music. You can study theater art in the universities.
Theater art is theater art movies. Mary, did you go to school? The theater art movies? Is theater art movies?
Is there a brand? Yes. Someday, I think he's a lecturer in theater art in the department of this thing, theater art. That is University of Port Harcourt. He will tell you they teach them the basis of acting.
Theater art is not movie.
Okay, see this one that producers now do. They'll tell you register with 120,000, 200,000. Let's teach you for 6 months. As movie. Is that one we do? The Asaban system.
No, that's why I said there is no university in Nigeria that teaches. There are film studies are a course of its own. They teach you camera. The theater art is a stage acting. All right, theater. You see what we do? They are the one that perform on stage. That's what they teach you in the university when you study theater art. Movie production is a different skill. In the country, even in the UK, here we have film schools, but we even have film academies. They have the London Film Academy, New York Film Academy. These are bodies specialized in training professionals that goes into this industry. We don't have that in Nigeria. And again, the government has not seen the beauty in Nollywood, how much Nollywood have done for us, and even invest in it. Let me tell you this, why it is so painful, and why you should respect Nigerian producers. If I want to make a film in the UK, the government give me money. We call it grant. In any country I've been to in the world, there's what we call the film fund. They give you grant to make a movie. Now, if you don't even qualify for the grant, this is the beauty of it. I make a British film here. I get 25% of my expenditure back from the government today. If I spend, I'm a trained producer. I'm not talking. I'm not a local producer in Nigeria. I'm an international one. If I make a movie, if you hear me making a movie in the country today, it's going to have a British certificate as a British film. With that certificate, Mary, I'll get 25% of my money. Do you have that in Nigeria? No.
Daddy Chris, let me correct you on this word. That is why you should respect some Nigerian movie producers. Because I don't understand. Which one is that they'll produce movie, you see somebody, they rub white chalk on their face and they call it beards. And you say that one is movie production. Have you seen some accident scene? Have you seen how fake accident scene
look like? And now, Mary, you always see the bad thing in us. Mary, but that's how we started. Mary, let me tell you this. When I've been around, when this Nigerian movie started, I could not put my face to talk about it. When they say, in a movie, that they play music throughout, they're telling me in Europe, another one said there's too much noise, that they always talk. But today, we have improved. Some of our movies are now competing at the international stage. It was slowly made that we get it to where we're going. Even in America, they still have some shit movies. They still produce some, you don't see them. So, hey, I said I will not stop talking. I said I respect Nigerian producers. Okay, I respect some Nigerian producers. I respect all of them. Anybody that could take money and say I want to invest it in the industry, he has my respect. That is for me. You don't have to respect the person, but I respect him because he's doing it from no single support. From somebody you call your government. It's not done anywhere. Even South Africa. I have a job that I was to bring to Nigeria. Because Nigeria have no co-production treaty with any country, the thing failed. You're talking about as if you have a government. You don't know what I'm talking about anyway. I'm deep in production. I'll be talking. I address. I'm a consultant when it comes to this. I mean, on the government level. So let us get the fact right. Anyway, what we see now is that we found that our government is finding it difficult to pay minimum wage. Let's go there. Can we stay with that? And we leave them junior pope now, dead. Because maybe this one, I will be able to make some sense. All right?
I agree. Oh, you see this whole issue. It's still a developing story. The truth is unfold. Both the death of these cast and crew members will know the truth. And God help us. I pray the producer was not there, right? it might actually not boil down to the fact that it was her fault. Oh. You understand? It might actually not be her fault.
Yeah.
But I'm only talking about the fact that you are supposed to see, you understand, and know what's up, what's
No,
actually
you know what? You know where I was pleased, princess, and that is exactly the position you hold now. Oh, if you don't have money, how dare you produce? You should do everybody. They said everybody that just gets some money from their boyfriend, they want to produce a movie. But that is how many movies are produced in Nigeria, and that's why we are the second largest producers of movie in the world. Is it the government that is doing it? It's effort of individuals. Don't discourage them.
we are
Don't call
doing
them
well.
names.
We are doing well as movie producers in Nigeria, fine. We are doing well producing good movies in Nigeria, fine. But
All right.
the death, because of the death of these cast and crew members, you get. I pray that the truth will unfold soon.
Yes,
That's
in
just
fact, it's a painful one, and every industry practitioner is now crying
Yes.
and saying something. We need to correct this. We need to, but the government need to do their part. I won't stop. I am talking from a point of experience with years in this industry. If it's another industry, I'll be quiet. But in this one, from the life of a producer, if I write, in fact, somebody was on this show. You know, we're talking of one of your biggest producer. He said the Nigerian, I'm quoting him, that the Nigerian producer is the most endangered species on the face of the earth. What he was talking about with the risk you take. If I take a risk to make a movie, I know I'm getting 25% back from my government. Your own won't get penny. Let's go. Let's see the second part of that story. The Yoruba people, I think we should be here. Very interesting story. The Yoruba people apparently want to have their own country. It's a very good story, and I'm looking at it and I'm laughing. Yoruba nation, Southwest before, because there's some set of people who said they want to take over government and they want to have a Yoruba nation as a country. And the question I ask, are the Yorubas, are they really, are
that's
they,
why I'm telling you that. That's why I'm saying that even this Biafra of a team,
Everybody
not
wants
hold, because if
everybody
anything
wants
makes
to go
Biafra
out.
to hold, that means
Everybody
everybody will
will-
split the more, because every state will want to gain their own freedom. They tell you they want their own country. You get, they want to split
but
and all of that.
who want to be in Nigeria? Because those of us in the South, you guys are eating our money. It's just our money they use to survive all of you. You guys are not even respecting us. Then if Yoruba that is benefiting most, they produce the president, the highest chunk of president in the country. They are well developed, more educated. If they want to break away, I bet make we break there. Is that what people saying? Then what will I from the south side that is produce the whole oil that have nothing to show? Go to my backyard, I have nothing to show. We have nothing to show. We produce oil for the country. We are not crying for a country to be broken. The Easterner, the Southwest, you people control the Nigerian commerce. The Igbo man have a place in Nigeria. But
Yes.
if you come to South, now big news, oh, if any good thing come our area. Yet, we don't fight to be Nigeria. We don't fight to break away from Nigeria. But Yoruba are breaking away. May God help us. Listen, we will say the truth. Maybe we in the South Side, we have no place in the country. See, because, hey,
That is,
this thing go sweet, oh. This thing go. We go see there where. We want to see the end of this. I actually can't wait to see how the Yoruba nation will be formed. Go on, daughter.
Daddy Chris, not like I'm trying to divert to. But have you heard the latest story about the earpiece? Allen Onyema, when he came out to complain, have you heard the latest story about the earpiece? The earpiece. I don't know, have you heard any latest story about it? And
No.
how they're trying to fight to bring him down. That is Allen Onyema, which is the CEO of the earpiece. Have you heard anything about it?
The earpiece guy.
Yes.
How can they fight him down?
I am not studying the. Do you know that the problem we have in Nigeria is the government? You know that if you want to rise as a person, you understand, to do something for yourself for the benefit of.
Now you are with me, Mary. Oh, now
I'm not being biased by the. I always talk about, another channel of us trying to express ourselves as regards the evil doings in the country is through the media, which is what we are doing. We always cry, we always complain about what
Yes.
the government are doing. Me saying what Adamalu did is wrong doesn't mean that I am siding the government. Now, Allen Onyema, right? That's the CEO of the airpiece. Now he's crying because the government are
I agree
indirectly
with you,
trying to fight him. You get, they're indirectly trying to fight him. You understand what I'm trying to say? You get, I think there was a time that traveling to Europe, US, something like that. You see, the flight money was, there was a time it got to almost 2 million or 1 point. People had to travel through Benin Republic when they want to travel out. From Nigeria, they go to you can imagine that kind of thing. The stress
go to Benin,
going through either
yes.
Benin Republic or through Ghana to travel. Now, airpiece came to play. And once they saw that airpiece is there, do you know what they did? They reduced their own price. Now I asked myself, so the price could actually be reduced and nothing will happen. Why was it high at first? Now,
Because
because
there was
there's a
no competition.
competition. Now, what are they trying to do? They reduce it to the extent that it will not affect the airpiece. They want to bring him down so that he will not be able to, you understand,
Get
operate.
his own people.
As to some extent, since they are reducing their own, airpiece will lack operation. They won't be able to operate and they'll be affected. Now, because there's a competition, the Nigerian government is a problem. They are problems to us as the people.
Yes.
That's
Now,
just,
this
if
is
it was
Mary, that problem APC is facing, it's not a Nigerian issue. It's an international issue. It's the airline saying, okay, you come to take money from our pocket, we want to deal with you. But the good news about Nigeria is, this is why I talk about the great nation, the only black nation we have is Nigeria. The owner of the second to the largest airport in the United Kingdom is owned by Nigeria. It's called Gatwick Airport. That is where Airpeace is landing. That airport is owned by Nigeria. So in case you don't get it wrong, it's owned by Yoruba man. The same people that want to break away. The Igbo man is controlling this huge economy. So Nigeria is good as it is. We are a beautiful nation. We need to come to control this nonsense away. This Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, because the problem we have is the rich and the poor. That is what I said. There are only two people I know in Nigeria. I don't know the Yoruba man. I don't know the Muslim. I don't know the Christians. I don't know who be Hausa. I don't know who be Igbo. The people I know, there's a poor man and there's a rich man. We need to correct that, and we'll have a peaceful country. So what you said now, Airpeace came to UK to help us, to do business, and also to help us. And if Nigeria have anything called pride, if Nigerian government is a people at all, they would have known that if Kenya have an airline, Kenya Airline, Egypt Air, Ghana Air, I beg, if you get airline, American Airline, British Airways, now only Nigeria don't forget airways. You for ask yourself what a country you have. So this man now trying to do the job of the government cannot face the international competition. Had it been is Nigeria doing it, Nigeria can deal with it. But how can an individual deal with the pressure of the international community? So that is the trouble this guy is facing. Okay, you understand? What of the trouble they are facing? So we have a place here. Well, let me so that we can share this guy comment. We have a challenge that all I said, if we have a problem in Nigeria today, is that of leadership. Like I said, if the owner of the second biggest airport in the UK is a Nigerian, own it. Airpeace is owned by a Nigerian. Dangote is said to be the richest man in Africa, Nigeria. Yet we are in this mess. You should ask yourself, we have one problem, leadership. And if you trace it round, it's not me that said it, Chinua Achebe said it years ago, that the problem of Nigeria is that of one and only one thing. What? Leadership. And it's what is playing out today. Mary, there is no wisdom in a state where a government pay themselves, the governor of your state pay that security vote. People don't have money. The place where the house of any senator, house of rep, they get 4 policemen, 3 to 4 policemen. Without no police to guide us. We don't have enough police in the country. But one person get 4. And the painful thing in Nigeria is you guys don't see this. You know they see the pain in all these ones. In fact, that's why I said, let us direct our anger to our problem. There was an election. That one should concern you people. There was a need for a change. You see, that is what we should be fighting. We're not going to fight. We're not going to fight one another. Otherwise, look at what the Yoruba man is doing now. He wants to have his own country. This is the most beautiful thing we have. Nigeria is a beautiful country. We don't want to break
Nigeria.
You understand?
To rise up.
You say?
Yeah, I believe the uniqueness. What makes Nigeria unique I believe what makes Nigeria unique is our diversity. The fact that we have so many tribes, so many ethnic
So
groups,
many
so many,
opportunities.
so
Thank you, my
many,
daughter.
and we
I
have
even
come together come together, bring our resources together to make us one Nigeria. That's what makes us powerful. That's what makes us unique. And if we can have this one mind, this oneness, I don't think the skies will be our limit. That is it. Instead of this breaking forth, we want to break.
Right.
I don't know.
In fact, why Yoruba man want to even break, they are not the one that have a problem in the
it's
country.
not so cool.
I'm
It's
proud
really
to say
sad.
that
I
Yoruba
believe
man cannot say they are the one that have been that don't have a chair in Nigeria. They have produced the bulk of the Nigerian presidency. If not be Hausa na Yoruba, if not be Hausa na Yoruba, so how can you be saying that you want to break away? Where are you breaking to? In fact, this is all
exactly.
rubbish. Go to the Nigerian Stock Exchange, Olufemi,
Where are you breaking
they
to?
are Yoruba. They own the Nigerian
If you go
economy.
to every state, yeah,
Anyway,
every state you meet different tribes.
But you see,
Every
one
state
thing
in
to
Edo
follow
state
is,
you meet
I'm not sure
Yoruba
there's any
people,
government
you
that
meet
will allow
Igbo
any
people,
breakage
every
in the
other
country.
state. So if they
I
break
don't
out,
even
No, any,
politics
no,
for
no,
that
any president will
breaking
allow
or
that.
whatever.
When Buhari was there, he had to fight and fight, making sure that the Biafran stuff didn't succeed. Same
anyway,
thing goes to
maybe we look at one matter when the sweet us well. Bobrisky, they don't put her for prison. And now they know they give him. They know,
5-star treatment.
no 5-star treatment. They ask her, say, oh
It
boy,
doesn't
you be man
understand.
or woman. The guy say he be
It
guy.
doesn't
So they
understand.
don't go put
You
her
don't
where
have to
guys
know
go.
what
They
it
go give her belly before he come. They go give her, make those guys
for
happy.
risky
They don't
arrest,
get
but not
problem,
because
though.
of the naira laundering or whatever they
No,
say.
I know, but
Because
when they go,
let's call the spade a spade. It was because they
exactly,
felt like it's a bad influence. You understand?
exactly,
but the guy
How
is
will
good
you?
though.
It's a
Now,
bad influence in the
exactly. They have had
society.
it coming.
but this influence now, putting him where these guys who have not seen women for some time, that is a good one. You go help them.
How is
Maybe
Nigeria will do that? They said a
He
woman.
for
said
some
he's a
time.
him
They
now.
said
How
a
do
Money
you
woman
laundering and all
caused
of that.
this
It is
caused the
not
problem, Abi, and a man Idris is suffering
the,
it. And that's not the truth. So they don't want to punish him.
the
And I think
money
the
the
other
money
one, they
laundering
are
is
looking up to him without
it's
learning
You
just
from
see,
a
them.
facade. It's
I,
just
I
like
want to, because I think we're going to get to the end of the show. It's getting so sweet. This guy, Ben, since Saturday, he's making a good point. He said, I need to see what you guys did during the NSAS. Listen, I was dancing, I was celebrating NSAS, I was contributing money to NSAS from here. In fact, I arrived in Nigeria when everyone said you cannot go to Nigeria. I arrived in Nigeria on the 7th. The NSAS ended in 2 days, a day too, and I arrived in Nigeria because I said I must go. You know why? Because it was that movement of NSAS that led to this labor movement. It is the spirit
Yes.
of NSAS that helped Peter Obi's campaign. And if we maintain it, NSAS will become presidency. We win presidency soon. So it's a gradual process. We miss it once with Peter. We'll get it next time. We cannot
yes.
stop. We keep fighting a system. Listen, America did not get what they are today. Far back in 1922, the British politics was a very corrupt practice. Go and read your history. Today they are perfect. They didn't start at once. We are moving there. It's just that we need to get rid of some old people. Those of them who are keeping all the money because they don't need the money. The problem is the money in Nigeria is in the hands of some few people who don't need it. At the end, you know what they do? Some of them will even die, and the money will stay in the dungeon. They don't use it. Mary, if you give me 500,000 pounds now, I probably faint because what am I going to do with it? If I have 1 million pounds today, I'll probably be confused. I will be scared because I will be living in fear. Make that money now, you come to worry me.
I tell you something. The truth is, I know that you're already away, you're not here, but I wish you're a Nigerian base. Do you know that some things you'll not be able to see on it? Because you see, in this Nigeria, there's freedom of speech, but there's no freedom after speech.
Okay, I
Say
hear
your
that.
A lot of
I hear
things
that.
that you would have to some extent, be watchful for whatever you want to say to this government. I know what I'm
But
saying. Because
everywhere, Mary, there are some
they'll
speech
push
I
you
will
out.
make here in this country. Mary, there are some speech I will make here in this country, and they will consider it wrong, and they will blacklist me too. If I make a statement that look, I am inciting people, the government will react to. So there are some things government cannot tolerate too, anywhere in the world. And I said, go and watch American movie, and Schwarzenegger cannot curse America in a movie, and the movie will be released. They love their name. They protect their name, Mary. They protect themselves. Let Nigeria learn to protect ourselves. It's nobody
Talk
going to
about
be
we not fighting government. Everybody's fighting the government, but on social media. Everybody fights the
No,
government,
no,
but on
I
social media.
know, Mary, we are trying. We're raising awareness.
Trolls,
The
trolls are
fight on
much.
social media is good. We're raising awareness. It might look like a stupid fight, but we're raising awareness. People are now aware. They can see that the government is not doing this, is not doing that. Maybe next time, now I don't want to go and vote. You know why I keep talking about this? I pray PDP lose the next election in Edo State. I know when I get there, they will stone me. I pray they lose because for this attitude the governor is doing, first he went and made sure all the local government were won by PDP. That is one thing that even that scared me. This is a state, Labour won, but the whole local government was won by PDP. I said, which kind of people be this? Now we see how they fight your own deputy. And you say, make they fight, they shut up. I will talk. I don't support Edo. I don't support PDP. I'm not with Obaseki. He's an oppressor. In my book, make it prove me wrong. In fact, I brought somebody here, a barrister from there. I asked her, what has the man done? He said the man revealed state secret. For going to court, let me state secret when he revealed. In Jesus' name. When I go to church today, yesterday, anybody go to church?
Yes, sir.
We'll do it.
I know that we want. No, I don't want us to bring church issue here because that one will not end the show today. But we're in the church, sir.
No, I have nothing against church today. Let's take a look at we just take a look at only one issue, then we go home because we cannot look at all today. You understand? We already talked about this Israeli crisis before. You understand? I don't think we want to go back to that one. And so if we can take a look at another newspaper quickly, just the headlines, and then we can close the show. There has been no break, no break today. This is not fair.
We've already passed our time now.
I'll take the matrix. Yes, the matrix.
Why don't we just look at Guardian, doctor? Sorry.
Okay. The
look at Guardian, please.
Like Chris' best paper.
The Guardian, the big story on the Guardian says sticky prices, poor control upsets consumers despite stronger naira.
Same thing I said.
We just talked about the appreciation of naira. And that story is on page 6 of the Guardian. We have another story that says tension in Middle East as conflict escalates amid concern for global markets. And that's on news page 6. I think that's referring to the Israeli problem. Then we have APC chief decrees alleged funding of party by Tinubu governors. And that story is on news page 4. Ekiti PDP berates Oyebanji over 110 fresh appointees into bloated cabinets. That story is on news page 5. We have 21 Chibok girls returned with 34 kids, report finds, and that story is on news page 3.
What? They give all of them Beleko.
Yes, that's what we're seeing on the news.
But this is really sad, though, Daddy Chris.
And yesterday made it 10 years. 10 years, that's a decade.
Sad. It looks as if they have wasted these people's years for nothing. A lot of wasted years already.
Okay. Going further on the guidance, we have in red concerns over abduction of men for marathon and sex in Lagos. That's on Metro page 8 on the Guardian. And we have Nigeria witnesses over 4,000 cyber attacks daily, ranked 5th on global index. That's on news page 3. We have another story that says over 17 million Nigerians currently food insecure, says firm, and that's on news page 7. Wrong timing, misplaced priority for new electricity tariff. That's coming from the editorial page 12, and that's all the stories we have on the Guardian newspaper.
All right, we're coming to that, but I like what Benson said here. It's better to add Benson to the show. Benson is saying he's supporting Bobrisky. He said a government that will always be biased. What exactly did he do that others haven't done? You understand? We all throw money around every day in this country, including politicians, political leaders. That's not true now. So we did anyway. Benson, we did not hold Bobrisky. Now all of us hold her. We don't hold him for that money when it's just abuse. We all say because they corrupt our children. Make it stop that practice. Make it do inside the bedroom. It's not a practice we want to see. And it's not our culture yet. Maybe, this is we are a deeply religious people. We know God. We never understand that one. God, if we read the Bible, the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, that thing not be waiting God. Well,
You don't appreciate them, you don't like them.
that increase opinion. Not be
Why is it
SRTV.
difficult for the government to come and place it as a law? You understand that Nigeria is against.
No, it's 15 years
But why is
imprisonment.
it?
Mary,
No,
there's
they're
a
not
law.
coming out.
Mary, there's a
There's a
law.
law.
If you practice gay,
But
it's
even
15
the
years
arrest of
imprisonment.
Bobrisky, they didn't say that this is why they're arresting him. They're using money laundering. It looks as if they're painting it
Yes.
But
another
they're not
way.
saying they do it now. They're not saying they do it. He never said they do it. That's why when they ask her for court, are you man or woman? He says he's a man.
Or
If
woman.
you say
He says
the woman,
he-
for fire her. Somebody make mistake, talk saying the woman there. They find on another case. So there's a law in Nigeria that if you practice gay, it's 15 years imprisonment. If you glorify it alone, now 15 years imprisonment. Unless they don't change that. So, and what we're saying is, even as much as the West, they love it, I know the West will condemn us, they will practice us. But in Saudi Arabia, when the West do business every day, if you practice gay there, now life imprisonment and punishable by death even. But the West, they know they fight them now. Why this is now our own they fight? Like I said, it's only black girls in the UK that will dress. You will see their skirts, see their hands for the waka for road. Arab girls go cover their head well. Wait till una see. Anyway, let's take a look at one of the beautiful headlines here. Our Chibok girls. So they give their belle, send them back to us. Now, wow, this is my
It's
country.
just like a wasted years. It's really, really sad. Honestly.
So,
sad
see, when I say government, I say not the government. We a country where a former general, Muhammadu Buhari, served with all the military background for years. They kidnap our daughters, give them belle, send them back.
Wow.
Mogu clap. Now, even our government, Mogu not blame government, Mary. Everything government.
I agree. I really understand. Okay, let's not support the fact that you're supporting Adama Look. Okay, no problem. That's why you're facing me now. Because the last of my child, there was never a time I said the government
But
was
not
doing the right
supporting
thing.
the
I
government.
said, instead of focusing on just the federal government, we should see the fact that the state government still needs a role or have a role to play in the life of.
I wasn't talking about even federal government today.
I am not for one sided the government.
Good.
I am not for once.
I thought we said, okay, then we're on the same page now. We're on the same, at least we don't agree.
No, we can only be on the same page if you see something wrong with that producer. But if you don't see anything wrong with whatever,
I didn't say there's nothing wrong, oh Mary. You are quoting me. Only thank God Favor is on the platform. Favor only quote me right. I said what she did is wrong, but we should look at it on a global level. Don't be so Favor. God will bless all of that.
I did not say the government are doing something that is right. I've always talked against whatever act that they're doing because the people in the country, they are suffering, right?
No,
they are suffering. But why is it that even we as Nigerian citizens, we are not helping out issues? We are also one of the major problems of ourselves.
We are killing ourselves.
Yes,
really.
that is just it.
That's true. That's true. We can be better citizens. We can be better people. God has given us all the potential. He gave us all the talent. You know what pains me, Mary? And I want to end the show with this. If you guys know the potential in the Nigerian soil, all we hear, there's agriculture. Oh, there's oil. No, if you see the amount of solid minerals in Nigeria, oil is nothing. But we as a people, we've not been able to look down. And we're going to blame the white man. Suppose the white man come tomorrow and begin to discover it and begin to take it away, we'll start fighting them. But have our people sit down and say, okay, let's just look at this. One of the talents we have is what we are doing now, human resources. Nigerian people saw talent. If when you hear Nigerian music now, or you both say they dance. For the first time in my life, that a Nigerian artist go and close a show in America, it was what the Michael Jackson was doing. That's what our Nigerian boys, local boys, are now doing in the world. That's to tell you the potential of the Nigerian state. If you see what movies have done, Nigerian movie stars, Aki and Poppy alone, where they are on the global stage, my guy, you will be proud. So all this one came from the effort of individuals. I am wondering what the government is doing. If the government cannot, even the oil that Oyibo help us to discover, we could not even make it and use it. We go sell and come bring them back. I'm not talking. I hosted Srtv now have an MOU with Nigerian women in mining. If they tell you the amount of the mineral resources God have given to us, and we are in this hungry state, God said the verse for above. It a verse for us. God the verse for us. Those of now when they go to church, this pastor tell they say God the verse for them too. Say they not tell us say we get minerals for grand, no go work out. Now how will they pay tithe? No, not talk that one because they
Now, if you are saying that if a white man comes to Nigeria and discover it, what you say is because it's not public, right? Do you think white men here, they are not here in Nigeria, that they've owned companies and they have been discovering a lot from us?
And they are doing it.
The only thing you tell me is that they did not bring it out on the media. But if it's that one, the white men, they've got a lot of companies in Nigeria using the Nigerian people to get a lot of things from the soil, a lot of minerals. In case you don't know, it's happening.
No, I know, because I'm talking of the scale. When I talk of scale, the scale of resources you have, if you know it, you see that one where they hide, they do not be anything. They're not a, you see, the amount where God gives to us, not be waiting that they hide, they take. It's too much. You see, like, oh yeah, now they pour. That's how the minerals are pouring. We are too docile as a people. The government, your government is too docile to think outside the box. All they see, the money, oil come, they share and marry new wives. That's why it makes us a government. They're not accountable for one thing. And that is the thing we pray, that a time will come that your younger generation will take the challenge to take the government of this country and run it and put us where we're supposed to be. That is our prayer as old people. And that is a good place to end the show, my people. It's 1 hour, almost 2 hours into the show. And please, let's call it a day so that tomorrow you will not tell me that, oh, the Srtv kept you for more than 2 hours in one show. Now one body back, they pay now. Because now wait till I go here. Now that
it's already 2 hours now. What's the need? It's already 2 hours.
Yeah. So let us not make it 2 hours. It never reach 2 hours. We will go court now. It never reach 2 hours. So that's a good place to end the show. We want to be here again tomorrow, more prepared, more ready, and please, let's get it more right tomorrow. All right. But that is a good place to end the show today. This is Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Daddy Chris, and you've seen my girls. They don't agree with me. Sometimes it's not how I come with the matter. I don't get out with it. They have their own say, and I have my own say. And I'm sure you at home have your own say. Whatever we say here is a personal opinion. It's not the opinion of the station. It's, when Daddy Chris speaks, I speak as a person. And because I live some experience, and I think I have to pour it out. Sometimes I may be wrong, sometimes I may be right. I always say, if the one that is right, use it. The one that is wrong, throw it away. Good place to end the show. See you tomorrow, same time, and we will be talking again. Hopefully, by then, the crisis in the Middle East must have died down. There must be more food in Nigeria for us to eat, and the government is now beginning to take care of us. And Nollywood have taken the right step to make sure people will not die in the river again. Good place, and see you tomorrow.
Ooh la la! The second edition of the Nigerian Week London 2024 is here.
It's another blend of arts and culture, entertainment, business and networking activities.
A week-long extravaganza showcasing the best of Nigerian music, dance, craft, fashion and businesses.
Taking place at the prestigious Lighthouse Theatre, 262-274 Camberwell Road, London, SE5. OAY. Date 22nd to 28 July 2024.
Tickets are available at eventbrite.com. For partnership and sponsorship, please visit superiorradioandtelevision.com
or call +4407 459 513 619 or +4420 3623 8755.
Email info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or visit our website www.superiorradioandtelevision.com/Nigerian Week 2024.
Come and experience a nation's culture that resides in the heart and in the soul of its people.
Are you tired of endless search for the perfect property? Look no further. Let Srtv Real Estate be your trusted partner in the journey to finding your dream home.
We can offer you a dream home in a serene environment and beautiful ambience, surrounded with modern nature. That's definitely what you crave for. Well, you asked for it, and here we have it. Why not live the best of your dreams by making do with time, space, and value? The smartest form of real estate investment is that which is done at the initial public offer.
Join the long list of satisfied clients who have chosen SRTV Real Estate for all their property needs. We pride ourselves in turning your dreams into homes.
Act today. Secure your slice of a palace, even on a flexible payment plan, and embark on a journey towards a brighter tomorrow. Your dream is valid, living in a place of fabulous wealth and great opportunities. Don't compromise the standards of living. Explore the world of vast opportunities by investing in SRTV Real Estate today. Superb location, habitable, accessible, attractive, and a secret to every smart investor. For your real estate, SRTV is trusted and reliable.
Contact us today with the number on the screen or
Email us at realestate@superiorradioandtelevision.com.
Srtv. Innovative content.